Hey guys, and welcome back to the WTFarm Girl channel. Today we're gonna have a whole smorgasbord of stuff. We've got tractor shopping, we have working on the cabin, getting it ready to put wood on, and getting the wood for the ceiling. So let's come along, let's check it out. I got a couple other little surprises for you, so let's go. Definitely tell the spring is on its way. I'm not sure about your area. Whew, let me get in here. Oh, that is cold. Here in Michigan, when spring comes, usually it comes in roaring like a lion, regardless of what the weather people say. We get heavy winds, it's sunny, it still feels really cold despite the fact that the temperature says it's warm. And even though I'm in my insulated cabin, I'm freezing my butt off. How do I feel more cold in 34 degrees than I do in 12 degrees? I don't know, it's a mystery to me. Alright, so one of you guys had suggested to pick up some Lexel caulk for all of my caulking needs. This is a problem. See, this was where my fuse box was. My gosh. You're not gonna believe this. I can actually feel air moving right here. I can feel it moving through this wood. I can feel it. It's like a breeze moving through this wood. This wood is permeable. Air is moving through it. The question is that gonna be a good thing or a bad thing? It means I'm getting air flowing through my cabin. I can feel heat coming through here, or air. So right through here, every joint on these boards, there's air just blasting in here. I can actually feel it. We're gonna go through and we're gonna caulk that. Yeah, that looks like it probably needs some caulk too. So every joint is going to get some caulk of some sort, just to kind of help keep less air from coming in. I don't know what to do about that plywood. I really don't. I don't know, maybe I should just get a can of spray foam and just spray foam over it and around it, and that maybe would be enough. I have no idea. Really, I don't. What they don't tell you in the directions is that you also have to puncture the inside of this. There's actually and there's a tinfoil seal over this. So I thought you could just cut and go. That's what I said. Didn't want to have to do this. Oh, tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Is it normal for this stuff to come out really hard? I don't remember having to use 2 hands to caulk. This ain't my first caulking rodeo. This stuff is just being a bear to get out. I have to use 2 hands, and it's gonna be a long haul trying to get all this done, so you guys are gonna have to go up on the tripod.
It has been days since I have seen any sign of civilization. He has been trapped in here against the storm. The storm continues to rage outside. The wind howls and blows across the barren plains, threatening to take away my very life, should I let it. I've abandoned all hope of working outside. Do not be deceived by the blue skies and sunny glowing of the sun. It is a treacherous world out there, and me, I am stuck inside these walls of styrofoam, huddled against the very warmth that has given me hope. This little heater, keeping me warm. I don't know how long I shall last in here, but as long as this heater is giving me warmth, I have hope to survive.
It's okay, baby. Mom can't act anyway. It's alright. I'm all done. Okay? See? That's all. That is it. All done. All done. Let me get to unplug this. There. Alright, we are on the next day. Round 2 of caulking. Erik informed me that most likely my caulk was just too hard and too cold. It had been sitting outside in the car, so it's likely. It wasn't like it was cold, it was like 35, which I guess is cold, but you know what I mean, right? It's been like -10, so. Anyway, I kept this one in the house, so hopefully this one will go a lot better. There's no way it's temperature related. It's gotta be the caulk. It has got to be the caulk. Or maybe it's the caulk gun. I don't know. Something is not working right. And it's like 2 hands as tight as I can squeeze and it's barely coming out. And the trigger is just barely moving. I am dying, seriously dying. And I actually had a giant chunk. I don't know why I didn't see this when I was spray foaming. Look at that. That whole giant crack area. Yeah, I just pounded that sucker full of this nice expensive silicone. Yeah.
Like the one I sent to you here. It's like,
That's pretty smooth.
yeah, it's,
Obviously it's dusty, but this is the cabin grade?
yes. And I think that's like about all we have. So we're about out of it.
Oh, really? You're out of everything except for this?
Of the 1x6 ton groove.
Oh, okay.
But then we don't have a whole lot of 1x8 ton groove, but we've got some 1x8 shiplap that looks like a ton groove. I can show you what it looks like.
Okay, sure.
It's not 1x12.
Yeah, this is like the one side, and then on the other side it's like meets flush, but it's like
Got a little bit of a...
yeah, it's kind of supposed to look like a rough cut type of thing, but a little bit different.
Okay, so this is the other kind that you have. And this is 8-inch?
Yes.
And how
7
long?
inches.
How long are all the boards?
These you can get in 6s, and 6-footers, 8-footers, or 12-footers.
Okay.
So yeah, whatever's more
Probably
convenient.
not. Whew. A little chilly. So I guess I have to figure out if I want.
Yeah, we've got a couple there, not a whole lot, like that bottom bunk there. That's actually on a 10% off. It's not quite as nice as most of our cabin grade, but it's like 10% off because of that.
Oh, why? Because it's dirty or stained or?
Well, it's just not quite as nice quality. There's more, yeah, there's more like nozzles, stuff like
yeah.
that in it.
I see.
I think that shiplap looks nice.
Yeah. Don't lean on, hon. So you said this is how wide? 8 inches?
It covers 7 inches. They call it a 1x8, but it's like 3/4 by 7.
Oh, yeah, because of the little notch there.
210 pieces.
Do you think?
Where do you nail this down at?
16 pieces.
This would probably work. I don't know.
Because I was just wondering,
Face nail it.
face nail it?
Yeah.
Because you don't want this to like curl up on you.
Yeah, not really. Well, the tongue and groove. That's the
Yes,
nice
those
thing
are
about
8.
tongue and groove. You can just hide the nails on the tongue. Not really with shiplap.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you guys are surprised or maybe relieved that we are going to be shopping for a second tractor. Now, let me tell you, this has been a sticky point for us. I can't go into details exactly just yet, but there are some things on the horizon that we'll be discussing in another video. You'll like it. We have a huge problem here on the farm. We need a second tractor. We only have one. And we have been so thankful for that one tractor that does every single job around here on the farm. But sometimes you need 2 tractors. And if you remember our hay season last year, well, let's just say it wasn't very smooth. I know, it was a pain in the butt. It was tough, and poor Erik did the best he could with that skid steer. But it just wasn't what we needed here on the farm. So we are looking for a second, smaller tractor. Something that we can use to do our hay with. Something that will grapple the hay bales and stack them at a decent height. But besides that, do you remember all the issues I had with Big Blue trying to do basic small farmyard stuff? And let's not forget all of the holes around the property that we have from her being used. So for me, I really would like a nice small tractor to be able to maneuver around doing basic farmyard stuff, like being out manure pastures, moving equipment in the pastures, maneuvering stuff in the barn where Big Blue is just a little bit too big. Let's not forget the woods. We need to get out in the woods. We need to get some trees cut. So Eric and I are kind of at a war as to what type of tractor to get, how big or how small. Since we were on our way back and going through Newego, we decided why not just stop at the Doer Tractor Implement and check them out and see what they have. All right, guys, so as you may or may not remember, you get to throw one back at them. So we are on a hunt for a second tractor. I know you've seen me struggling around with Big Blue, doing a lot of the smaller chores that she just really isn't cut out for. We have been looking at TYM tractors. So this is the 47 horsepower one. Oh, it's the same as that one.
I think this might have third function on it too.
Really? How do you know?
It's got a joystick for third function.
Oh.
This is the tractor for me because I can reach the pedals.
Oh my goodness, are you going to be driving this around? No. Now this one's interesting because the muffler's in the front. You see that? Now we haven't spec'd them out a whole lot online yet. I've just kind of poked around just a little bit. Oh, this one's with a cab and that one's without a cab. I get it. I don't know why I didn't see that before. So the TX47 you can get with a cab or without. Trying to see. I don't know if you can see in there with all the glare. But it's definitely a nice spacious seat. Now something like this would definitely be great for farmyard chores, but this isn't gonna be able to lift haystacks. It's not gonna have enough weight to it. What size is that one?
23 horse.
Oh, that's a cute little guy.
It's used.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh. All right, we're gonna go see if they have anything else further back yonder. All right, so right here, a little further back yonder, we have the T494. This one looks like it's just a little bit bigger than the other one. I'm guessing it's 49 horsepower. Maybe? I don't know. I'll put the specs down below. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow. That's kind of interesting. It's got like a little glass window there so you can see how you're hooking stuff up, I'm guessing. I don't know. That's different. Wow, that's a solid hitch pin. Holy cow. This has got to be more than 49 horsepower. This one doesn't have a loader on it. But there's a connections for one right there. You know, it's always the worst, best moments that you never get on video. I don't even know what to say on this. So I came in here, I was gonna do some final vacuuming. I brought in this small vacuum, this small shop vac, because I can pick it up and vacuum high. So I went to turn it on because there was mouse poop all over the top of it. It's been in the dog pen. And instead of sucking stuff up, it just exploded mouse poop out the back end. Everywhere. 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 And it sprayed my wall full of dust. I seriously could not make this stuff up. And now my ear is definitely smelling really bad. Now it's really bad air quality in here. And I'm like trying to improve the air quality. Oh my gosh. This is why I have 2 doors and 4. Oh my gosh, that smells terrible. It smells like dead soggy mouse. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go before I throw up. I don't even know what I'm gonna find in here. Ugh. Yup. Oh gosh. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring in all of the boards that we bought today. We bought a total of 60 boards. 60 boards. I'm gonna bring them in and then I'll show you guys a little bit more about the boards and how much I paid for these. Let's go.
You wouldn't believe the price on this stuff, guys. What was it, $1.05 a board foot?
$1.05 a board foot. Yeah.
That's like 2 of these put together would be a board foot.
Yeah, because this is about 6 inches, so we figured the board foot.
What was the price in this?
Linear.
45 cents linear foot?
Yeah, something like 45 cents a linear foot. So that would be an actual board foot would be 45 cents a foot of each board.
So 45 cents, and they're
So-
8 feet long?
Yeah, so how much does that come to?
320-ish? I don't.
It's cheaper than a 2x4.
It is cheaper than a 2x4. So what I was thinking up here, we do have some 2x4s out in the barn. I can help you do it if you want. Just right here, just build a little wall.
Oh, just
Actually, what we could do, just get a 2x4, just run the 2x4 right up against here,
yeah, that's it.
up into
Oh,
there.
couldn't I just use like a regular board? Like one of my wall boards?
The hardwood board?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
I read all the comments in the last video, and one of you guys commented and reminded me that there was a little jumper wire that I took out and I forgot to give it to her, so we'll have to make a new little jumper so she gets power on both.
I didn't even know what was supposed to go. I figured that there was something that should happen to split the line, but I figured it's not worth worrying about right now. I wanted to test one breaker at a time anyway, so whatever. But yeah, you reminded Erik because I had no idea it was even in there. So this stuff, they had tongue and groove, they had shiplap, and they had what they call nickel gap.
Yep.
Nickel gap wood. And this is the same price as the tongue and groove. And how much was the nickel gap? Was that cheaper?
They didn't have any of the 8-inch nickel gap left. They only had 6-inch, so that's why we didn't get that.
But I wasn't as excited about it. All right, so this is shiplap. I wonder if can we get 2 boards together in here?
Yeah.
Do we have 2? You might have to put one on top of there. You can see like there's knots and stuff right here that, okay, there you go. Yeah, okay, so you can see it's got like a little bit of a beveled edge. So it's not gonna be a tight seam like what our walls are gonna be. That's gonna be gapped a little bit, which I think gives it a nice cabiny feel. And obviously there are knot holes. There's a knot hole there, and obviously knot hole there. Some of the grooving is shattered. There are a couple of boards that were just trashed.
They gave us 4 or 5 extra boards to make up for any bad ones.
Yeah, because there were definitely some bad ones. This one isn't bad. I don't know where all the bad ones are, but don't worry, you'll see the bad ones when they come out. And we didn't break any of it. This is just how it came right off the racks, unwrapped and broken.
See, I think this one right here is pretty close to metal, so you'll be able to use anything bad. We can just kind of use that end, you know, that you don't really see a whole lot.
Yeah, but you can't cut it exactly in half if there's a knot, because you got to cut the
Right.
knot out. So it's definitely gonna be a little tricky, but yeah, I did get a little extra just to make sure. So total out the door, I got 60 boards, and we're doing the entire ceiling in here, which is
I think we
6
need-
foot by.
We got
20
64
foot.
boards because he gave us 4 extra for free.
Okay, so we have 64 boards. They're 8 feet long. It came out to $305 to do the ceiling.
Now it's out the door with tax.
Yes, yep. That is including tax. Now you're wondering why I didn't use these on the walls. Well, because one, I didn't know about them, and two, you know, there's a local company that had other stuff that I could use. A little trickier to use, you'll see, but it's gonna be so gorgeous. You guys are gonna like fall over and be in shock. So now I'll ask you guys later what color we should stain these boards, because once the walls go in, then you'll see that, yeah, just trust me on that. Are you admiring my caulking job? Are you gawking at my caulking?
No, I'm just contemplating on the boards that you're gonna do on the side.
All right, well, time to go in and make some dinner. I'm hungry. Did you already have coffee?
I did. I had old coffee that I heated up.
But you had coffee.
I did.
I have not. All right, so I have this, okay, so it's a dead crayfish. My son had a pet crayfish, and it crawled out of the tank and just dehydrated and died. So I'm going to put this on Eric's keyboard and freak him out. So we're going to put this right here. You can't even see it in the dark. Let's open this up a little bit. There. You can see it. See, pull it open. There it is. Alright, so now I'm going to stick this over here and hope that he doesn't notice that it's on. There. Perfect. He's going to freak out.